Ladies and gentlemen, if you truly want to be wealthy and successful, you must first understand this. Success is not something that happens to you. It's something you create. Every moment you spend waiting for the perfect opportunity, every time you blame circumstances or others for where you are, you delay your own greatness. Wealth and success are the rewards for consistent action, for discipline, and for vision. Success is not something that simply falls into your lap. It is not waiting for the perfect moment, nor is it something that others can hand to you on a silver platter. True success is created, not given. It begins with a mindset, a decision to take full responsibility for your life and your future. Every day you have a choice to remain passive and hope for luck, or to act intentionally and build the life you desire. Waiting for opportunities to appear as a trap that keeps countless people in mediocrity, while those who create their own path rise above. The most successful individuals understand that they are the architects of their own destiny. They do not blame circumstances. They do not wait for permission, and they do not rely on external validation. They create opportunities where none exist. They craft solutions when problems arise, and they see possibilities where others only see obstacles. Creating success means embracing discipline. It means showing up consistently, even when the motivation is low and the world seems indifferent. It means committing to learning, growing, and pushing beyond limits every single day. Success is the result of repeated actions compounded over time. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to the structure of your future. It is in the daily choices, the habits formed quietly in the background, that greatness is built. Creating your own success also requires vision. You must know where you are going, what you want to achieve, and why it matters. Without a clear direction, even the most intense effort can scatter and lose its impact. But when your actions are aligned with your goals, every effort becomes a building block toward the life you imagine. It also requires courage, because creating success is not easy. It demands that you take risks, make sacrifices, and sometimes endure criticism or rejection. Those who wait for success to be given often avoid discomfort. But those who create it embrace the challenge, understanding that discomfort is the signal of growth. Patience is another essential element. Real success is rarely instantaneous. It takes time, persistence, and resilience. The world often celebrates overnight successes, but behind every overnight achievement is years of preparation, countless failures, and unrelenting dedication. Creating success also means taking ownership of your mistakes and learning from them. Every error, every failure is an opportunity to adjust your strategy, refine your approach, and strengthen your resolve. Waiting for luck or external approval keeps people stagnant, but taking responsibility empowers you to act. Finally, creating success is about action. Dreams alone are not enough. Vision without execution is empty. Those who truly succeed take consistent, deliberate steps, and they refuse to be paralyzed by fear or uncertainty. They do not wait for the world to hand them their future. They build it with their own hands, brick by brick, decision by decision, moment by moment. Every choice you make matters more than you realize, because small decisions, when repeated over time, compound into extraordinary results. Success is rarely the product of a single bold move. It is the accumulation of countless tiny actions taken consistently, day after day. The habits you form, the routines you follow, and the priorities you set shape the trajectory of your life in ways that often go unnoticed until the results are undeniable. If you choose to spend your time passively, indulging in distractions, or delaying important actions, the effect is subtle at first, but over months and years, it becomes monumental. Conversely, if you choose to invest your energy wisely, to act with discipline, and to take consistent steps toward your goals, you create momentum that propels you forward in ways that feel effortless when compared to the effort you have put in. This is the power of compound action. The small, seemingly insignificant choices you make each day, how you spend your time, what you read, who you associate with, and how you respond to challenges, stack up, creating a life of abundance or scarcity. Wealthy and successful individuals understand this principle deeply. They do not rely on luck or occasional bursts of effort. They recognize that every moment is an opportunity to make a choice that aligns with their long-term vision. They treat time as their most valuable asset, knowing that it cannot be regained once lost. Discipline is the engine that drives this process. It is the ability to do what is necessary, even when motivation wanes, and to stay committed to routines that yield results over the long term. It is easy to be consistent when life is easy, but true growth emerges when you continue to make the right choices, even when circumstances are difficult or inconvenient. Awareness is another key element. You must understand which choices lead you toward your goals and which choices keep you trapped in mediocrity. The ability to recognize patterns in your behavior and adjust accordingly is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stagnant. Each small action is like planting a seed. Some days you may not see any results, but the seeds grow silently, invisibly beneath the surface. Over time, they sprout, blossom, and bear fruit, often beyond what you initially imagined. This is why patience and persistence are inseparable from consistent decision-making. It is also why procrastination and indecision are so costly. Delaying action, even for a short period, robs you of the compounding effect that builds momentum. The key is to stay focused on the long-term vision while executing daily steps that move you forward. By committing to small, intentional actions each day, you create habits that define your character, shape your mind, and build the foundation for lasting wealth and success. The process is not always glamorous or exciting, but it is unstoppable when applied consistently. Momentum builds, confidence grows, and results begin to appear in ways that reinforce the power of consistent choices. Those who understand this principle do not chase shortcuts or instant gratification. They honor the slow, deliberate process of building a life that is resilient, abundant, and extraordinary. Courage is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And without it, success remains out of reach. Comfort is easy. It lulls people into a false sense of security while keeping them trapped in mediocrity. Those who achieve greatness understand that stepping outside their comfort zone is not optional. It is essential. Every breakthrough, every advancement, every remarkable achievement has been fueled by courage. Courage is the willingness to act despite fear, to take risks when the outcome is uncertain, and to persist even when others doubt you. It requires the strength to face discomfort head on, knowing that growth is uncomfortable by nature. The human mind naturally resists change, clings to routine, and fears failure. But courage is the force that pushes you past these limitations. To succeed, you must embrace challenges that seem intimidating, tackle problems that appear unsolvable, and take on responsibilities that feel beyond your reach. Doing so expands your capacity, sharpens your abilities, and strengthens your resolve. Courage also demands resilience. Fear and setbacks are inevitable, but those who succeed are not defined by the obstacles they face. They are defined by their response to them. Every time you confront a fear, take a risk, or step into the unknown, you build mental toughness, confidence, and a sense of self that cannot be shaken by temporary difficulties. Comfort is seductive because it offers safety, predictability, and ease, but it comes at a high cost: stagnation. When you remain in your comfort zone, you avoid the very experiences that develop character, wisdom, and skill. Courage, on the other hand, challenges you to grow, to expand, and to evolve. It requires decisiveness in the face of uncertainty, commitment when outcomes are unclear, and persistence when progress is slow. Life does not reward those who play it safe. It rewards those who dare to push boundaries and who are willing to risk failure in pursuit of a higher goal. Courage also inspires others. When you act boldly, you set an example, demonstrating what is possible and encouraging those around you to rise higher as well. It becomes a catalyst that elevates not only your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Furthermore, courage is cultivated through action. The more you practice stepping beyond your comfort zone, the stronger and more natural it becomes. Each risk you take, each challenge you face, each uncomfortable situation you endure adds to your capacity to handle even greater obstacles. It teaches you that fear is temporary, while regret is lasting. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act in spite of it. It is choosing progress over safety, growth over ease, and potential over comfort. Those who embrace courage understand that it is through discomfort, uncertainty, and risk that real wealth, real success, and real transformation are achieved. It is the relentless pursuit of your goals, fueled by bravery, that allows you to rise above average, to achieve extraordinary results, and to create a life that most people only dream of. Failure is not the enemy of success. It is one of its greatest teachers. Every person who has achieved something remarkable has faced setbacks, made mistakes, and stumbled along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not that they never fail, but that they understand the lessons that failure provides and use them to grow stronger. Failure reveals weaknesses, exposes gaps in knowledge, and tests resilience. It is uncomfortable, humbling, and sometimes painful, but it is also invaluable. When you fail, you gain insight that cannot be acquired through comfort or ease. You learn what works, what doesn't, and where to adjust your strategy. The key is to view failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a signal to adapt, to improve, and to push forward with greater wisdom. Many people fear failure so much that they avoid taking action altogether. They wait for perfect conditions, for guaranteed outcomes, and for certainty that will never come. This fear keeps them trapped in a cycle of inaction, while those who embrace failure understand that the path to success is paved with risks and missteps. Courage and persistence are cultivated through failure. Each time you fall, you develop the strength to rise again, the patience to try anew, and the insight to make better choices. The most successful individuals do not see failure as defeat. They see it as feedback, as a guide that shows them the direction they need to move in. Failure also builds resilience. Life will not always go according to plan, no matter how careful or prepared you are. Challenges will arise, obstacles will appear, and mistakes will happen. By learning to navigate failure without giving up, you develop the mental toughness and emotional strength required to persevere through adversity. Reflection is another critical component. When you fail, taking the time to analyze what went wrong, why it happened, and what you can do differently next time transforms failure from a setback into a stepping stone. Each lesson learned compounds, gradually creating the foundation for future achievements. Failure also fosters humility. It reminds you that success is not guaranteed and that growth is a continuous process. Those who never fail risk becoming arrogant, complacent, or disconnected from reality. Embracing failure keeps you grounded, motivated, and adaptable. It teaches patience, perseverance, and the value of hard work. Every failure carries within it the seeds of success, provided you are willing to nurture them with reflection, learning, and action. Ultimately, success is not about avoiding failure. It is about embracing it, learning from it, and using it as fuel for progress. Those who understand this principle do not fear mistakes or setbacks. They anticipate them, prepare for them, and allow them to shape their journey. Failure is a teacher, a guide, and a catalyst. It challenges you to grow, to refine your approach, and to continue moving forward with greater clarity, determination, and resilience. The path to wealth, achievement, and personal excellence is lined with failures, each one an opportunity to rise higher. Think smarter. Now, investing in yourself is the most powerful decision you can make, because everything you achieve in life flows from the knowledge, skills, mindset, and character you cultivate. Wealth and success are not solely the result of external opportunities. They are the result of internal growth. The more you develop your mind, your abilities, and your habits, the greater your capacity to handle challenges, seize opportunities, and create lasting results. Self-investment begins with education and learning. Reading, studying, attending seminars, and seeking mentorship expand your understanding and sharpen your judgment. Knowledge is a tool, a weapon, and a resource that compounds over time, giving you an edge in every area of life. But learning alone is not enough. You must apply what you learn consistently, translating knowledge into action. Practical experience, experimentation, and reflection transform theory into results and understanding into mastery. Investing in yourself also means cultivating discipline. Discipline is the backbone of achievement, the force that allows you to follow through when motivation fades, when distractions arise, or when the process becomes difficult. Without discipline, even the greatest knowledge and talent can go to waste. By building self-discipline, you create a foundation that supports every goal you pursue, every habit you form, and every challenge you face. Character development is another essential part of investing in yourself. Integrity, resilience, patience, and courage are qualities that cannot be bought. Yet they are worth more than any monetary asset. Success built without strong character is fragile and fleeting, while success rooted in personal strength can endure setbacks, criticism, and adversity. Investing in yourself also requires time and energy. You must prioritize activities that grow your capabilities rather than those that merely entertain or distract. The habits you form daily, the routines you follow, and the choices you make about where to spend your focus all determine the rate at which you grow. Surrounding yourself with the right people is a critical form of self-investment. Mentors, peers, and collaborators who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better amplify your growth. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely and intentionally. Self-investment is not an expense. It is a deposit into the account of your future. Every hour spent improving yourself, every skill acquired, and every insight gained compounds over time, producing results far beyond what could be achieved by external effort alone. Health is another vital area. Your mind, body, and energy are your greatest assets, and maintaining them through proper nutrition, exercise, and rest ensures you have the stamina and clarity to pursue your goals. Emotional intelligence and self-awareness are equally important, allowing you to navigate relationships, manage stress, and respond thoughtfully in challenging situations. When you invest in yourself, you become more valuable, more capable, and more confident. Opportunities begin to seek you, Doors open that were once closed, and your ability to create wealth and success grows exponentially. Personal growth is a lifelong pursuit, a continuous cycle of learning, improving, and expanding your potential. Those who understand this principle know that the best investment they can make is in the one person they can control, the one person who determines their future, the one person who can turn dreams into reality through consistent effort, wisdom. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality, and without it, even the greatest vision remains nothing more than an idea. Thinking, planning, and imagining can provide clarity, but they cannot create results on their own. The moment you decide to take decisive action, you step into the realm of possibility, and that is where success begins. Every achievement, every breakthrough, every instance of progress in life is the result of persistent, focused action. The key is to act consistently, not sporadically. Small, not deliberate steps taken every day accumulate into monumental outcomes over time. Action transforms knowledge into results, effort into growth, and intention into tangible accomplishment. Waiting for the perfect moment or for circumstances to align is a trap that keeps countless people stuck, hoping for luck or external approval. Opportunities favor those who move, those who initiate, and those who are willing to risk failure for the chance to succeed. Procrastination is the enemy of achievement, and hesitation is the silent thief of dreams. Each day that passes without action is a day wasted, a day in which your future remains unchanged. To act is to assert control over your destiny, to refuse to let life happen to you, and instead to make life happen for you. Action also builds momentum. The first step is often the hardest, but once taken, it generates energy, confidence, and clarity. Each successive step becomes easier because the act of doing reinforces belief in your own capabilities. Momentum is the force that carries you through challenges, over obstacles, and past doubts that would otherwise hold you back. Action requires courage because it always involves risk. You cannot act without leaving the safety of the familiar, stepping into uncertainty, and facing potential failure. But courage is strengthened each time you act despite fear, and confidence grows with each forward movement. Action also teaches lessons that cannot be learned through contemplation alone. Experience is the ultimate teacher, and it is gained only by doing, experimenting, and engaging fully with life. Mistakes, setbacks, and unexpected outcomes are all part of this process, and they provide the insight needed to adjust, improve, and continue moving forward more effectively. The most successful individuals are those who combine vision with execution. They do not wait for perfect conditions, nor do they postpone their goals indefinitely. They recognize that progress is built one deliberate step at a time, that results are earned through persistent effort, and that consistent action compounds into extraordinary outcomes. Taking action aligns your energy, focus, and intention with the reality you wish to create. It turns abstract goals into measurable achievements, turns ideas into income, and transforms dreams into a life that reflects your highest potential. Action eliminates excuses, silences doubt, and breaks the chains of inertia. It is the tangible expression of commitment, determination, and belief in yourself. Without action, talent remains hidden, knowledge is wasted, and potential is unrealized. Those who act decisively and persistently gain an unstoppable advantage because every effort, no matter how small, adds up, moving them closer to wealth, success, and personal excellence. Action is the lifeblood of achievement, the engine of progress, and the force that separates those who dream from those who accomplish.